While I'm not really big on musicals, this one was, well, it was good. Folks, we're going to get into my review of the new film, World's Best. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new film World's Best, which is available right now on Disney Plus. So yeah, go stream this one. This is a fantastic film, and for a person who don't really like musicals, this one kind of snuck up in there, and I was unable to deny that it absolutely was a banger. And I think, because I just really resonate with the hip hop culture. It's a lot of my childhood. I think the story really gravitated to me very easily. And with musicals, I really hate that really forced means of like throwing in the musical selection or whatnot. But this one, I thought they did it very well. And while, yeah, they still did have those scenes, I thought that it still worked in the way that I enjoyed it. And then overall, the story just really connected to me, and I think to a lot of folks will connect with it on a lot of ways. And I think beyond that, just really trickles down to the acting and the cast here. Starting off with our lead here in Manny Magnus, who plays the character Prem, who is a math genius. And I'm going to say, while I was not a math genius, I was definitely amongst one of those folks within my classroom or within my neighborhood that folks knew that I was gifted on the mathematical side more than anything else. So like that labeling and that generalization, I felt him on that. You know what I mean? Well, Manny dad died when he was 5, and it's sort of been something that really has always just kind of been there in terms of just not really processing it. And I think as a kid, and typically kids don't understand what does it mean to process it. But I think that, Prem was just at a point where he needed to go through this. He needed to figure it out. He needed to connect with his dad. His mom, Priya, played by Prem Patel, she really, and what most mothers do, they try to stir their kid in the right direction and protect them by any means necessary, and knowing that connecting with your dad may actually be more detriment than positive at this current time. So she kind of shielded him from this. But even when the times where she realized that he shouldn't take the path, she was still overly supportive in the decisions that he made. But she's dealing with her own bit of trauma with this as well, and her own bit of perspective about this. But nonetheless, she's also put in a difficult decision because her young son is now beyond curious in terms of his dad, connecting with his dad, the legacy of his dad, and the potential shoes he may want to fill. And that's where we do meet his dad, Source, who is played by the very talented Utkarsh Ambudkar, who has really been fantastic in everything I've seen him in. So didn't know he was a part of this, but once I did, I was like, okay. But I recently enjoyed him in Blind Spottings and Ghost. The list goes on and on. But I gotta tell you, when it comes down to charismatic actors, there's really not many better than Utkarsh. He's fantastic in this, and the fact that he plays the dad who has this really freestyle and underground hip hop lyrical presence to him, and folks respect him. So he commands the stage. He has the lyrics, he has the bars, he has the swag. I mean, I feel like he's just in his element, and I would imagine that Utkarsh in another life, probably this was his path in terms of being a lyrical genius here. So with that, Prem doesn't want to be marginalized and just being just a math guy. He doesn't just want to be that. He feels he's more than that. And what more does he think he can be than actually tapping into his blood, his DNA of what his dad was? So learning about his dad then realizing that he may also have this same skill. He just has to overcome some other obstacles here. So this, he's learning confidence, and he's learning really how to piece together bars. And I think that's what I really enjoyed about this, is that we're actually learning like the history, the power of hip hop, especially in the New York underground scene, but also learning the construction of putting together bars. I thought that was really dope. So his dad comes in, he connects with his dad as a ghost through rhyme, which is really cool. So with that being said, like, I enjoyed the beats, I enjoyed the lyrics, I enjoyed these little mini concerts that they had in it. I thought that this really came together, and I thought that Manny, just this young kid who I've never seen his work. I mean, he has the swag. He certainly has the confidence as an actor. So kind of seeing him kind of digress in terms of this character, but then really cut it on when he needs to, is some of the most enjoyable parts of this film, And as a person who really doesn't enjoy musicals, as I mentioned, I truly do see the rap and the inspiration of rap and hip hop within some of the songs, some of the original songs within, especially within the music videos. There's definitely some P. Diddy and Mace inspiration in some of these things, shall I say, amongst other folks, So I did really enjoy the character Prem. Just being labeled as this nerdy math guy to a person who turns his swag on, connects with his dad, taps into his inner DNA, learning confidence, and truly wanting to become the world's best MC like his dad. It's a dope story. While all of that, dealing with grieving and the absence of his dad, living up to the legacy of his dad, trying not to defy his mother and stir off the wrong path, also trying to balance in terms of still being a student and keeping his grades up, but also exploring other things. You know what I mean? I mean, he's an 11th grader. So like, the world is getting very big to him very quick. The possibilities of what's to come after school and where does he want his career to go. I mean, all these things are a factor into this, amongst, his friends and so on. Like, listen, there's this character, Claire, played by Piper Wallace, who is very much labeled as a particular type of character in terms of all of the tropes. I really like how they strip those tropes, and Claire becomes a character at the tail end of this film that you'd be like, you know what, see, that's the lesson learned here. Folks aren't just what they appear to be. They're everyone's potential could be a lot more. So it's really cool. And again, this is really a story about Prem and who he is, and self-discovery, and really just becoming his own, the maturity of an 11th grader in a time of not having his dad, but connecting with his dad through spiritual means, but other means as well too, and truly through the art of hip hop, which is really dope. So with that being said, cameo at the end of the film, really cool. A legend, absolutely needed. If you ask me, I think that just not only certifies this film, but I think it definitely ensures that there was a level of true respect and integrity in terms of like making sure that they really put together a story that didn't just tap into the hip hop culture, but that truly embraced the hip hop culture. So it's a dope film. The music, the casting, everything I thought was really cool, and I definitely enjoyed Utkarsh and Manny putting it together, and then Poonam, the mother, really massage this film in a way that still shows you just the power and the importance of mothers that dealing with this, either having an absent dad or being a widow of sorts, and still trying to find balance of letting their kids have the freedom to make the decisions they want, but also still be protective to make sure they don't steer off in the wrong path. I enjoyed her performance as well too. So without a doubt, this is a film. Check it out. It's available right now on Disney Plus. World's Best, that I thought potentially could have been corny, but hey, it was dope. The everything in terms of the promotion, the graphics, and the trailer, all of that, I think that this film is going to be slept on. May not be appreciated right now, but I think folks will look back and say like, man, I kind of slept on this. Like, this was dope. And I think in the catalog of all sorts of different things on Disney Plus, I think this is one that folks absolutely needs to put on their watch list because it is it's a sleeper. It's definitely a sleeper. So check it out, man. World's Best on Disney Plus right now. Jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about it, and as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon. I